Hi, this is Paul Bayes from GreatDad.com, and I'm here with my son Hayden, who's 11 years old, and we're talking about a game today called Wink, which comes from Blue Orange Games. And we've liked Blue Orange Games before, especially a game called Spot It, which I think is their most famous game. It's a fast action card game.
Yeah.
So we entered this with some interest because they put together some good games, right? Yeah. So we played this the other night, Friday night, as for family game night. And what do we think overall?
It was a really good game.
It was a really good game. Everybody was laughing and having fun. So it met that major criteria. Another important thing for us on Friday night game night is that games don't go on forever. I mean, we don't like to enter into 2-hour-long Monopoly games. We like games that are 20, 30 minutes long, where people are still in a good mood but aren't completely tired out after a week of work. So that fit this criteria too. This is a game that takes, I don't know, it was probably 20, 25 minutes long.
Or like 30 minutes.
Maybe 30 minutes long,
30
okay.
minutes.
It's a game for 48 people. We played it with Hayden's sister and Mom. So there were 4 of us, but it can be played with up to 8 players, and I'd have to say that it probably would be even more fun with 8 players. Wouldn't you agree? Right. And
Probably it would go a lot faster.
It might go a lot faster too. Yeah,
because you have less cards.
Yeah, you have less cards per person. You're right, and the game is over when you run out of cards. So that's true. But you'd have more turns though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. The idea of the game is fairly simple, though the instructions we didn't think were that simple. But the idea is that you're trying to catch people winking at their partners when they are trying to signal that they have a card that somebody else wants. And without getting too deep into the weeds, everybody's motivated to signal to their partner that they have a card that somebody wants because they get a point and their partner gets a point. So even though everyone is competing against each other, you get points together when you are partners.
Yeah.
Is that kind of clear? So whatever. Yeah.
Well, you just want to wink at like your partner and catch people winking. It's kind of like the main thing.
Right. That's the main idea is that it's a winking, catching people winking game, which can result in a lot of funny situations because you have people who can't quite control their emotions and are trying to wink and can't wink too well or can't wink too surreptitiously, and a lot of people trying to get the attention on somebody else so that they can quickly get a wink. And then also what I found too, playing with one round with you, whereas I kept on trying to wink at you and you were looking somewhere else each time, and I was worried about getting caught, so I gave up, and I think we lost that round. But
you have to wink at people without getting caught, but then you want to catch other people at the same time.
Right. So
you want to notice people, you want to catch people, and then you want to wink at people.
And the key here too is by catching them, you use these cards that are called "I accuse you" cards. I accuse you of winking.
Yeah. So if you catch a partnership, you get both of the cards that they both had.
Right.
Which is 2 cards. So you get 2 points to put in your stack of cards.
Right. Whereas if you win a round, you only get 1 point because you win a point and your partner wins a point. But then there are only 4 of these cards that each person gets to accuse people. So to explain a little bit how that strategy works, because you used that really effectively after Kevin kind of got caught winking quite a bit at the end of the game. You were the only one who had accused cards.
I had 4 of them at the end of the game, and then it's so easy because then you just accuse people left and right. And then when you have 2 people, well, if you're playing with 4 people like us, if you keep on making people accuse you, and if they're wrong, so they waste their accuse card, then they can't accuse you anymore, then you can just wink to anybody you want.
That's right. At the end of the game, you were basically telling people you had the card. Right. So that ended up working out for you. You were losing really early in the game because you couldn't keep a straight face. But then you almost won because you were dominating at the end. So that's good. The game is for people from 8 to adults. They say it could be an icebreaker for an adult game, and maybe so. I think it could be fun. It's for adults in a party situation. But what I think what really is good is in a large family situation. Yeah. And you thought even below 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it isn't a game that requires any reading. You just have to know, you have to understand numbers and the fact that things match to each other, but you don't have to know how to read. So maybe even 7?
Maybe.
Not a lot lower than 7, or I think it would might get get silly.
Yeah.
But it's really good game, I think, for family situations, like when you have a group of people over for a lunch or a dinner, and then you're looking for some way to keep everybody at the table. That's what we'll plan on bringing it out again.
Yeah, probably.
Right. So this is Blue Orange Games. It's $15.99, a little bit cheaper on Amazon right now. And would we recommend this game for everybody?
Yeah.
We'd recommend it. Yeah, definitely 2 thumbs up. I don't know if I'd say it's for every Friday night we trot this out, but definitely I think it will put this in our stable of games that we like to draw from, and good for these big family occasions. So overall, good game, Wing from Blue Orange Games. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, until next time, this is Paul Baines from GreatDad.com, and my son Hayden saying, see you next time.